Hi everyone, welcome to Electron Beach. In today's video we're going to be building a 7-inch FPV fishing drone. Disclaimer, I have no idea what I'm doing. I used ChatGPT to build this, and I asked it what I needed to build a quadcopter stout enough to carry a 1-pound payload. Fish. Well, bait. This will be part one of the build. I started with a carbon fiber frame, 1300 kilovolt motors, some 7-inch props, of course, HGLRC flight controller with a 60 amp 6S rating. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Another HGLRC F405 8S V1 flight controller, a Radiomaster 2.4 nano receiver, an FX3 5.8 gigahertz mini VTX, and Ovonic 6S 13 milliamp hour batteries. Put it together as you see here, and there was some learning curves. I'm a mechanic by trade, so I did what I could. And here we're putting the frame together. Now, there's a whole bunch of different ways you can angle these arms. I chose the most stable, I guess, in order to carry a pound, supposedly. I don't know if it can actually do it, because I haven't gotten it to fly, and that'll be in another video there. This is how it came out, what we have so far. Let's keep watching here. So I got some of those purple bolts there. They snap if they're torqued too tight. I learned that the hard way, because I didn't know they were aluminum. I thought they were some sort of nicer... I don't know what I expected. This was probably like the easiest part. Alright, once I had my stack pretty much done, it was, I guess, time to put the motors on. I did get a kit with some extra little, rubber motor mounts or isolator mounts, because there's some thicker ones that prevent, vibration, whatever, and I know that vibration kills everything, so, it was definitely a good purchase there. Fun part here, soldering all this together, because those wires were really thick. Remember to use the correct size, the right length. If not, you'll go right through the motor with the bolt. I didn't experience that, but I just use common sense there. So the props, don't put the props on until the end. You still have to get, I learned the hard way. You had to get all the motors to rotate in the right direction. The time to put the props on is after everything is like ready to go, ready to fly. Now this part I did a little backwards. I don't know how it happened, but yeah, just bear with me. You want to get a good amount of lead in there. Make sure all that is nice and soaked and solid, and heat shrunk afterward. Now I'm using some braid. I tried using like really thin braid, but the wires were just a hair too thick to get it on there right. So I used a little bit bigger braid. Still came out pretty clean looking. Now it looks like a 12-legged spider. Now we get to the soldering of the VTX. And now we're soldering the antenna. That part was a pain to get all that. It's so tight on there. But we, you know, I got it. And now we tested and it worked. So that was part one. And the problem I'm having is I bought this T8L. I'm assuming this is junk. So in beta flight, I set everything RPM to like the lowest, and it kept giving me problems. Whenever I turn on the motors, it just automatically just launches. So if anybody has any advice, feel free to leave some comments down there and give me a hand, and I'll make a part 2, and we'll try to get this thing going and flying and dropping fish, dropping bait. Thanks for watching my first video. Stay grounded and be blessed.